When I was a child, I had this dream of doing something that would last for generations. My name being forgotten was a thought of sadness in my mind. Of course, so many things we wish as a child are simply wishful thinking. I had this dream of becoming famous, not necessarily for making a difference to people, but to be remembered for generations. However, I grew up and realized I am not cut out for that. And also, it's not like I was dreaming of creating something, creating things that would change people's lives, impact their lifespan, and genuinely, change the world. No. My dream was rooted in what I think was vanity and selfishness of, oh, I am different and I am special. That's why I'm famous and rich and people will remember who I am. So I would say I'm not cut out for the privilege and the burden of being remembered for generations because I'm not selfless and noble spirited enough for that. But again, but also, I was a child, and somehow it made me sad to know that when we die, we are slowly forgotten until nothing of us is here to be seen or remembered. And I started writing the script, thinking of my motives for wanting to leave a legacy. Therefore, I deemed every person with the same dream, with motives as vain and selfish as mine were. I am not entirely right if you look at it from another point of view. Think of a scientist who developed the cure for a disease or a solution for, I don't know, someone who helped in development of facial reconstruction for fire victims. These people should be remembered. Their legacies should outlive generations, even if their motives were first vain and selfish, as to say. I do think that. And even in art, look at the art we make today and why. Just like our bodies, our culture, our way of expressing and creating are what they are because of the legacy left from those who came before. We are as tiny as specks of dust in the universe, but we still wish to be seen, to be heard, and to be remembered, I suppose. I mean humans. Maybe the hands of the people who painted in caves belonged to someone who felt sad knowing they would be forgotten after they parted from this earth. What do I know? I don't know. I only think, I only suppose, and I only write scripts for YouTube videos. Like other fellow human beings, I like to express what I think, to document the moment I have here by writing it down, taking photos, recording notes, and drawing. If my dream as a child was to be remembered forever, or for as long as I could imagine, I now wish, more than anything, for a long, peaceful, beautiful life. And this takes me to another point of view of how some people leave a legacy by simply wishing to live. For example, Annie Frank. Could she have imagined she would be remembered for so long when she wrote in her diaries? We will never know, but I think she just wanted to live, you know. She was just a child, a normal person wanting to live but having her life interrupted. This type of legacy is a documentation of humanity that keeps us remembering the cruelty and insanity of war. Again, I must say this is my opinion. Nevertheless, I never thought again about the fear of being forgotten until now. And I don't think I'm afraid anymore. Maybe it's sad as fuck, but many years went by. In the meantime, I saw loved ones go. I went through mental health crisis, world crisis. War started and so many strange things happened. Suddenly wanting to leave a legacy felt very not pointless, not useless, no, but felt very small. We're so tiny, specks of dust that will turn into dust after we part. Will we remember wherever we are? We'll feel nothing. The difference we make in the memories will only be for the people who stay. The end. Oi, sorry, Chico, sorry.